Yeah.
So I kind of thought back to what was the earliest like gambling that I did. And I'm not talking about playing bingo, but
Like real
like
gambling,
real
like in a
gambling.
casino?
Yeah, or otherwise.
Yeah.
And we had a family friend who was in the horse something business. I don't know
Oh,
what she
yeah.
did, sold insurance or
Forget
something.
about the horses.
And so she came out from Florida to visit, and we went to Del Mar racetrack. Beautiful. I think I was
So nice.
12 or 13. And my dad was like, I'll go and, place bets for you guys. And so, like, literally two, $3 bets with his money. um,
Of
and
course.
so
Yeah.
this family friend, she was explaining to us, win, play, show, this, she kind of explained the whole deal to us. And then my dad was like, kind of trying to explain it too. So he would go place the bets and I started winning. And so then I noticed that there was one jockey that he would win at least, he would at least show almost every race. So at 12, 13 years old, I start handicapping the ponies. And so my dad's like, you won, you won. So he'd come back and then I'd send him back and place another bet. And at some point, these two old men sitting next to us were like, hey, who do you like? Who do you like? And I'm like, why are they talking to me? And my dad's like, you're winning. They want to know, your system over
What's
here.
your secret?
So after a full day, I went home with $50, which at that age was a big deal. So that was kind of exciting, but it
You're
didn't
balling.
it didn't make me, I have to gamble on horses now. I'm not reading the racing forum and, getting all involved in it. It was just a fun thing that we did, with a friend. So that was my first introduction kind of to gambling. Other than playing poker, playing cards, on the weekends, you had my parents would have a
We did
party or
with,
something, but
yeah.
with pennies,
We'd
but
play pennies or with
chips.
like chips or yeah, that
Yeah.
was all we ever did. I mean, and we had like the whole little like poker chip set and the cards and the little, so we would sit down and because we'd go to Lake Arrowhead for family vacation, so we'd all like there's nothing to do. There was no TV in the cabin, there's no internet, there's no anything. So we'd sit down and we'd play cards, and sometimes the kids would play poker and the adults would play cribbage or like some fat like so we'd always do little stuff like that. But I don't think like actual real for real, because John and Priscilla were not about the gambling lifestyle, because that was not acceptable in the Catholic Church. So you didn't get to do those things. It was bad. So like probably was 22 or 23 before I really did anything. And I do remember getting drunk and cash withdrawing off a credit card at whatever
Oh,
godforsaken interest rate and fees
at a
taking out
casino?
of the ATM at a
Oh,
casino
oh
in Reno,
no. Oh
Nevada,
no. Oh no.
playing craps. I think I lost $200 in like 10 minutes. I don't know what I was doing, but then like, and it wasn't like I was trying to get the high back. It was just like, that was fun. Let's do it it was more about the alcohol
Yeah.
creating the problem than it was about the gambling. But yeah, we used to always go to we'd once a year, I'd been big group of people, we'd get on the train, we'd go down to Del Mar. It was super, super fun. But like I also never really got the like big rush of gambling, and
Yeah.
that I like money too much.
Well, and
I
that's
don't
the thing is, I think when my brothers were working for the production company that did the Shakespeare on the Lake up in Lake Tahoe, we went up to see their show and we stayed at a hotel with a casino, and I was just barely 21. So we went down to the casino, and that's where my mom was like, look I like the nickel slots because I can put, $20 in a machine and play for an hour. So like that's all I'll do. And I had plenty of work conferences in Vegas, and we'd always go out, have drinks, we'd go gamble a little bit. I'd put $20 in a machine, any slots, and play for an hour. And I might win $5, $10. I think the most I ever won was like $110, and I just took it and cashed it out because I'm like, I'm not going to win anymore. It's just not going to happen.